Friends, in today's video, I'm going to show you how to build a Google file picker in the spreadsheet. So it's a file open dialog, just like that. So let me show you. So in this spreadsheet, I have a menu called Google Picker. It's kind of slow. So basically, once I pick any file from my drive, I can put some information like the name, ID, and the URL and the file type, and put the information in this spreadsheet. So here I have a menu here to show the file picker. So let's run it, and I can have a file selector like this, a dialog like this. So I got a lot of options here, like for all the folders and files on my Google Drive. So here you can see my files and my folders, and also I have the second tab for spreadsheet only. So I just give a limit for the file type to the spreadsheet, and for the third one is for images and videos. And we also can search videos from Google. So you can search some videos, and finally you can upload files to your drive. So let's try to run this first, and we can choose some files as you like. So folders and files, and you just select them, and we're going to get all the names, IDs, and the URLs and the photo types, and put the information in your spreadsheet just like this. And also you can upload some files to your Google Drive. Let's try that one. So upload. You can choose a folder to upload. So by default, it will be uploaded to your root drive. So you just select files from your computer. Let's try two files. Okay, two pictures. And upload. So done. So you have the file information just uploaded, and you have the URL to see them. All right. So basically, that's all the function for this. So basically, this will be very a start of your script or of your project if you want to the end users to handle the files on their drive or or you want to allow the end users to upload files from your script. Okay, so let me show you how to build it. So first, for the simplest way you can do it, if you have a very similar project like this one, you can make a copy of this file to your drive, and I will show you how to build it from the start. All right, let's close this one and create a new file. Let's rename this file to Google Drive, Google Drive, Google Picker API for YouTube video. Okay. Now I have the file, and we need to prepare something. First, we need to have a project in your cloud platform. So since I already have one for the Google Picker, let me show you how to build this. And if you don't have one, you need to create a new project. All right. You just name your project, maybe Google Picker API, and create. Also, you have the documentation here. Please follow these instructions here. You can search the app script dialogues and find this one, file open dialogues here. You have 7 steps here. Just follow these 7 steps to create the project and enable the API. So we now have this project that I just created, and you can choose to. So once you are in this project, please go to the APIs and service. You need to enable the Google Picker API here. Okay, so now click this button, enable APIs and service. You need to search Google Picker API. Okay, this one. Click this enable button. Okay. All right, so this API is enabled. Now we need to create a credential. So which API are you using? Obviously, we're using Google Picker API. And what credential do I need? So you get this API key, and please click this button, restrict keys. We need to do a little bit of settings. So you click this HTTP refers website. So it should be in these instructions. Just follow these instructions and add these 2 URLs to your restriction. Okay, so just add items for the first one and add another one for the second one. Okay, so save it. So all the settings should be done. Now you have your API key. So this you need to copy this API key. We are going to use it later. Okay, so all the settings in the cloud platform is done. If you cannot remember these steps, please go to this website, follow these steps. So now, once you have the credential API key, and we should be able to use this sample code. You can copy this code to your script, and I will show you how to do some modification for the in the sample code. So let's rename our project Google Picker. So first of all, we're going to copy the script file for this code.js file. Just copy all of them, few lines of code. Copy it to our project in this code.js file, and we also need to have a new file named dialog. Okay, and we also copy the HTML file from this dialog.html. Copy all of them and paste it here. Save our project, Google Picker. Save this one as well. So first we need to update the API key. It is in this dialog.html file. So here is the API key. You need to copy. Let's copy this new one. All right, let's save it, and let's try to run this function to add the menu to your spreadsheet. Okay. Got the menu. Okay, I got the menu for the beaker and the start. So once I click this start, we should get a dialog like this. So this is the coding. This is user interface in this sample code. You need to click this button to open the file dialog. Okay. Now we can choose a file, choose a spreadsheet file. Okay. And it returns your file name and your file ID. So it's working, but we need to do some modification. First, we need to get rid of this button. So once we clicked the start, we should get the file dialog directly. We don't need to click this button once again. All right, let's fix this first. So let's go to the dialog.html file. So in this body section here, we have a button to click. Once the button is clicked, it's going to call this function. So we need to remove this, and we are going to add a new script file here. Script section here to run the function once the page is loaded. So I'm going to do window onload. Going to run this function. Okay. So I'm going to run this get OAuth token function here and get rid of this. So now, once I click this start, I don't need to click that button anymore, and I should be able to get this file selector directly. Okay, so fix this one. And we also need to handle some stuff here. First, I need to change the size of the dialog and change it to 900 pixels and 500 pixels height. And we also can do some modifications for the parameters here, 900 and 500. Okay, let's check. So it's wider and higher. All right. As you can see here, we have a little issue here. Since I don't like, we have a lot of scroll bar here on the horizontally. Okay, let's to fix this. Since we need to, in the code here, set the size. We may need to set the size and -2 to -5. So let's try to check it again. Okay, I still have the scroll bar here. And I think I need to enable features. Feature, since this feature the nav bar is hidden, so I need to enable this. So I'd like to disable it. So this is disabled, I think. Enable this feature. Enable so this is because it enables the features to hide the nav bar. So I'd like to show it. Okay, now I have the spreadsheet. I have this bar here, but I didn't fix this issue. Let's zoom out a little bit. Still the same issue, I don't know why. So let's fix it later. And as you can see here, we only have one tab here, one view to select. So if you're going to change this, not only for spreadsheet, you need to do some modifications. That's the core part of this tutorial. And let me show you how to build a new a view here. So here, as you can see, we only have one view here for the spreadsheet. If I change this to documents, you will see another different view. Let me show you. So let's try to run this again. Okay, so it's for documents. So we only can select the files like a Word documentation, a TXT file, just like that. Okay, so basically you can go to this website and check the views. All right. So you will have the view ID here. Let's go to the reference, and for the view ID. So in the sample they're using the view ID for the spreadsheet, and you can choose any of them in your code. So let's say we need to add 2 views, and you can modify your code, and you just need to add one more view. So let's say for the first one is a document, for the next one we're going to use spreadsheet. Okay, let's try to run it again. So I think I did some typos there in the spreadsheet. Let's copy this one spreadsheet. Okay, yes, I did. Try to run it again. So now we have 2. One for documents, one for spreadsheet. Right? As you can see here, this message, I don't need to have this. Once I canceled, I needed to close this dialog, and we can do it in our code in here. So if this action, Google Picker action is canceled, we don't need to show this message, and we just click just to close the script, close the dialog directly. So Google script host close. Just run this function, and go, and then remove this this code to show the message. And I'd like to show you how to build a view for file upload. So let's do this. So let's do a docs upload view. If we go to the reference document, and we should have a docs upload view here. So you can use this constructor to build a new view for file upload. So new Google.picker docs upload view. So we have this view, and we need to do some modification for this view. So we're going to allow users to select a folder in Google Drive to upload. So if we didn't do this, all the files will be uploaded to the root drive. Okay, so we're going to enable this and set it to true. Okay, to be able to use this, we need to enable another features. Okay, in your picker, and we do it here. This feature is called I can't remember. So you just go to the picker builder feature. It's called multi-selection enabled. So it's allow you to select multi-files or folders. Okay. And once we have this view, we only need to add it to our view in the picker builder. Add this view. So now we can start. Alright, now we have this upload view here, and you can choose folders to upload your files. So let's try to upload some files. Let's try this one and this one. Upload. Okay, you should see this error. This is normal. It's because if we go to your script file, go to the project properties, and in this scope tab, as you can see here, for the Drive API, we only have the read-only access. So that means you only can read the file properties from your drive, but you cannot upload or modify any files on your drive. So we need to fix this. We need to change this read-only value. So we need to full access to your drive. So how can we do it? So we need to add a function here to create a file. So drive app create file, name for test, content is empty. For the type, we're going to use plain text. Okay. So this function here is just used to enable the API. So now here you can see it's have a full access to your drive. It's not just a read-only access. So we don't need to run this function, but you need to run any of the functions, but not this function, to run it again, and you should be able to. Okay, since we have a new access to added in this script to access your file, and you can modify or change the files on your drive. So we're going to ask you to do this authorization once again. So now, all right. So now here, for this Drive API, here you can see we can edit, create, or delete the files. So now we have the full access, and we should be able to upload files to your drive. And you just allow this. So once you do this authorization, you can remove this function in your script. So for now, I will just keep it in this script. And we try to retry it. So let's try to do this again to upload some files. Okay, upload. So upload it, I think, and go to the file information here. Close it. So basically, you can add a lot of views. So here we have a lot of views. You can hear we have image search view, or video search view, or web camera view. So you can add a lot of stuff here. So in this video, I'm going to stop here for adding views. So now we only have a view for spreadsheet, a view for documents, and a view for upload files. Okay, so maybe I need to show you one more for docs view. For this view, it will be include all the folders and the files. So this is very important for most of the users, I think. Let's try to build this one. So in the same way, we can build a docs view. New Google bigger docs view, and we're going to set some so first we're going to select folder enabled. We need to enable this so we can choose folders. Alright, set this to true, and we need to do another stuff, and we're going to set the parent. So we're going to start from this location, set it to root. Okay, I think that's all I need to set, and you can set you can try the other stuffs here. So let's add this view. Add view. So let's try to run it again. Okay, now we have I think I missed things here. I don't see the folders. Okay, I think I missed something. I think I need to include this. Let's set this to true. Alright, let's try it again. Okay, now you have your folders and files. You can change the views from list to grid or grid to list. Alright, so basically that's all the views I'd like to show you to build, so you can build your own. And finally, I need to show you how to handle the informations you just got from the file selector. So once you get the information, you should be able to access the document. So in this doc, you're going to have informations like the ID, URL, title. You can check the reference doc. Here, this document, you have all these properties you can access. Okay, so now we are just using the ID name, and the URL. So let me show you how to put these informations and write the information to your spreadsheet. And we're going to so this line is only referred to the first document you selected. So we need to handle multiple files. So we need to do a loop here. I'm going to define variable for docinfo and put it docinfo for document information and put it in a two-dimensional array. So for the header, I'm going to set a title and ID and URL. So you have more. If you have more information, you need to add more headers here. All right. Now we have the header, and we're going to have the docs. For the docs, we're going to copy this for all the documents. All right. You select it, and once we have the doc, this doc will be. I'm going to loop all the docs. So var I in start from 0 and I less than docs.length, the length I plus plus. So here I'm going to copy them and put them here in this for loop. And for this doc, we're going to be docs. So notice the first one. So it changes from 0 to the last one. Okay, then you get the ID, URL, and title, and you need to push this information in this array. So let's push this information for title, ID, and URL. Alright, okay. So once you have this doc information, we can handle this information. We can write them back to our spreadsheet. To do it, we can run function here from the server file. So Google script run. Google script, I cannot remember this function. Yes, I think this is a function. So with success handler, so the last, I'm going to run this function load doc info. So doc info. So this load doc info function should be defined in your script, so we can handle it later. And first, we need to handle this function here, this callback function. So once we successfully loaded this doc information to our spreadsheet, we're going to close the dialog. Okay, so we only need to close it. So we copy this line of code to close the dialog. So now let's go to handle this the document information and put them to our spreadsheet. To do this, we only simply create a function here named load doc information with data here. So we only need to put this two-dimensional array to our spreadsheet. So let's first do the spreadsheet. A lot of typo. Spreadsheet get active. So worksheet, I'm going to use the active one. So get active sheet. So if you are trying to put information in a sheet with a fixed name, you can choose another option to use spreadsheet get sheet by name. Okay, I'm just using the active sheet since I only have one sheet in this project. And the worksheet get range. Get range. What's wrong with it? Oh, no. It's not get active cell, it's get active sheet. Active sheet. So worksheet get range. So start from row 1, column 1. So number of rows will be data.length. And the columns, number of columns will be data 0.length. And once we get the range, we're going to set values. So values will be the data. Okay, before that, we're going to clear the original data in the spreadsheet. So that's all in this function. So let's try to run this function again. Okay, let's pick some files and folders. Files. Okay, boom. You get the information here. Also, you can try to upload some files. Let's try these two pictures here. Upload. Okay, so now you have the information for your uploaded file. And so basically, if you have the data here, so you can do a lot of complicated stuff here in your script to manipulate these files. You upload it or you select it. Okay, so basically that's all. I didn't fix the issue for the scroll bar, I think. So let's try to change it to 10. Don't know why. It looks like very weird. Try to start again. Still have this bar. I don't know how to fix it. So never mind. It's just a little issue. So basically that's all for today's video. So if you have any comments or questions, please leave it below my video in the description. Okay, bye bye. I'll see you next time.